what do you think about my wedding dress? Seeing your daughter for the first time in 10 years in a wedding dress must be such a weird feeling for you. Yeah, a weird feeling. Not a good one though. You sent me pictures out of nowhere without any warning. Plus you're the one who left. I have no positive thoughts towards a person like that. Uh-huh. What's with that cold attitude? Afterwards, I decided to be nice and send you a photo. That's all you have to say to the child you gave birth to? You could at least congratulate me on the wedding. Can't you try to be civil? Oh, this isn't just some cosplay shoot? Wow, I didn't know you were actually getting married, Kiana. Of course I am. That dress is the one I picked out for the ceremony that's taking place next month. Well, I see a daughter who abandons their mother still can get married. God, you sound so condescending. This is the exact reason why Dad and I left you. Huh? I sent the same picture to Ashley and got a way better reaction than you. She called me the prettiest daughter she's ever had. She's way more of a mother than my actual birth mother is. Glad you guys are getting along so well. I bet you're so jealous that your daughter gets along better with their stepmother. Dad is still a hard-working man that he is, providing for his family to bring us such comfort. Ashley, the beautiful mother who I look up to, is still modeling. We're such a happy family. I'm so glad to be with them. So different from when you were there. One big happy family, huh? A man who cheated on his wife and a daughter who grew attached to them both. You guys are the cruel family who laughed in my face as you kicked me out of the house. No matter what you say, all I hear is the complaints of a loser. If you're that butthurt over it, then why don't you just try getting a better life than us, even though that's practically impossible for you? What did you say to me? Well, that's all your adorable daughter had to report on. I had the decency to tell you about the wedding, so at least be nice enough to send me something. Even if I did leave you, you're still my birth mother, so I am expecting something nice from you, okay? Brady, when are you planning on telling Kiana the truth about her actual mother? She still treats me like I'm her actual birth mother still.
What?
She texted me just a while ago. She told me that she was expecting something from me as her birth mother to celebrate her engagement. Why is this still happening? Didn't you promise to tell her after we separated?
Well, you see, I had a lot going on at the time. I was gonna tell her eventually, but then as I waited too long, the chance kinda slipped away.
Stop with the excuses and tell her already. Me and her are not related in any way. She is the child of your infidelities, which I overlooked and decided to raise as if she were my own. She's already getting married. Stop keeping this important piece of information from her.
I got it already. I've been wanting to tell her as well.
Just to be sure, Ashley is also aware of this, right? You were the one who told me that you'll talk to them both about this.
I also had some things going on that prevented me from telling her as well.
You're hopeless, withholding really important information like this from them. I no longer want to be involved with all of you guys, so do me this one last favor and tell them. Hey sis, did you get the invitation to Kiana's wedding? You haven't given us a response, but you're definitely coming, right? Not really, no. I have no reason to attend that girl's wedding. Huh? Why would a stranger have to go to that? That wedding has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Stranger is a bit harsh. You're Kiana's birth mother. What? You heard about the wedding from Kiana, right? So I decided to be nice and have you invited to it as well. I bet you're happy to be able to attend your daughter's wedding. Hang on, Brady still hasn't told you guys yet? Told us what? Oh, wait, did you tell him that you're not going? Well, I'm not allowing that to happen. Your attendance is mandatory for this wedding. Okay, sis? If you don't come, we won't have enough money. What money? Haha, well, you see, we went a bit over the budget of the wedding, so we figured that you, the birth mother, should also assist in the payments. If you could give us about $10,000, that would help a bunch. Why would I give you $10,000 as a gift? Well, the groom's parents said that they pay for the entire wedding, so all we have to pay for is the dress. Kiana wants to switch 3 colors throughout the ceremony and picked out 3 dresses, which can be a bit pricey for us, especially since all of those are from famous brands. The total cost is about $30,000. Okay, so either decrease the number of dresses or pick ones within your budget. We can't do that. It's Kiana's wedding. As her mother, I want this to be a special occasion. So help us out here, sis. Help out your sister and your adorable daughter. Uh-huh. Kiana says she barely has any money saved, so we're the ones who have to help her pay out. But $30,000 is a bit too harsh on our wallets, so you paying $10,000 will help us out. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not paying a single cent. Why are you being so mean? I'm allowing you to attend your daughter's wedding. $10,000 is more than enough as a thanks for my kindness. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be invited in the first place. I didn't ask for an invitation, nor did I even want one. Who would want to go to a wedding of a daughter like that? Gosh, you're being so rude. You went through all the struggles to give birth to her. You should be happy for her. There is no way a mother wouldn't want to see them getting married, even if your daughter left you and chose me instead. You keep running your mouth, but maybe you should start listening better. I have no feelings of motherly love towards that girl. Her wedding is nothing to me, and I don't want to give her anything. Even if you say that, you're still going to attend, right? It's your precious daughter's wedding. Of course you would. I'll have a special seat prepared for you. I'll see you there and make sure you bring the money. Okay, I'll be sure to tell her actual birth mother that. Huh? I'll be sure to send this invitation to her as well as tell her about the money she needs to bring. That's what you wanted, right? Her actual birth mother. What are you talking about? You're the one who gave birth to Kiana. She's the daughter of you and Brady. That's where you're wrong. I only raised her as my child, but I never gave birth to her. Anyways, I'll be sure to tell your friend Amanda all about the wedding and how she's allowed to attend it. What? Hang on. Why in the world is my best friend's name being tossed into this conversation? That's because she's Kiana's birth mother. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear the news. As you said, there is no mother who wouldn't want to see their daughter's wedding, right? Whoa. What's going on here? I don't understand what you're trying to say here. That's fair. I'm sure it'll be shocking to hear the news all of a sudden, which is why I told Brady to tell you guys immediately. I guess he really was planning on hiding this information from you guys forever. Wait, sis, explain everything to me, please. You're really not Kiana's birth mom? Yep, that's really not me. I think it was around our 2nd year of being married. Brady came home with a random baby. He told me that this is the child from when he cheated and asked if we could raise the child together. What? Of course, I was shocked over this random bomb and sad about having been cheated on. But this isn't the baby's fault and they were cute. I can still remember all those mixed emotions that I had. In the end, I forgave him and decided that I will raise this child and show we can still be a happy family. You raise a stranger's baby after only 2 years of marriage, especially when the child is the product of your husband's infidelity. I had given that child as much love and care as I could, but then Brady cheated again with my own sister nonetheless. Plus, Kiana decided to leave me behind and go with you guys instead. I was beyond anger or sadness that day. Just really numb. Wait, so when did you find out that she's the child of my best friend? You never mentioned seeing her before. Yeah, I never met her. But that's because Brady didn't want us to. Plus, he told me that after she gave birth, she just ran off. Ran off? Which is why I didn't know about her actual birth mother until recently. When Kiana sent me that picture of her in wedding dress, she really reminded me of someone. What? Well, Brady hasn't told you about the truth either, right? So I thought that was a bit suspicious and decided to do some research. That's when I found out that Kiana's birth mother was actually your best friend. No way. Is it true? Is this really the truth? That my best friend is the mother of Kiana? I decided to confront her about it, and she told me everything. What? Amanda was pretty shocked too. She admitted sleeping with a married man and giving birth to his child, but didn't expect it to be the husband of her best friend's sister. She just handed the baby to Brady and went on with her life. I can't believe this. She's not your child. Wait, that means me and Kiana aren't even related in the slightest. I mean, but it makes sense. You got along with her so easily and quickly, right? You guys left me behind and Kiana did pick you. Stop joking around. This is way too much to handle. My mind is racing at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Okay, so take your time and think about it then. Anyways, I'll go tell Amanda about everything. I hope for your guys' sake that she brings that $10,000 you desperately need.
Why did you have to tell her? Because of you, I'm in so much trouble.
What?
Ashley practically lost her mind, is breaking everything in the house. Kiana is also no better with her constant yelling about periods of silence. It's just pure chaos right now.
That's your fault for not telling them earlier. That's why you should have listened to me when I told you to hurry.
Are you saying this is all my fault?
This happened all thanks to you. Although that wasn't the reaction I was expecting from them. I understand that it's big news, but aren't they being a bit too dramatic?
Well, yeah, those two were really close. Ashley can't get her feelings towards Amanda straight, and Kiana is upset that she has no blood relation to Ashley.
Kiana was telling me how she and Ashley got along like actual mother and daughter. The shocking news might have been a bit much, huh?
Look what you've caused. I want to calm them down, but anything I do does the opposite. The more I try to comfort them, the angrier they get. I've been told to stop touching them, stop talking, and get out of their faces for a while now.
Oh my, you really done it now.
You've got to help me, Sandy. Can't you do anything?
Why would I? This is karma for all the times you decided to mess around, cheating scum. You can fix your own problems. Don't ever involve me in anything relating to you guys ever again. What am I gonna do, sis? At this rate, we're gonna be in debt. Huh? Debt? I'm not sure what's going on with you, but you guys sure have problems piling up after one another. All thanks to Brady, Kiana went into complete shock and shut herself in. She said she's not in the mindset to have a wedding and bailed. Oh my. She regrets leaving you behind after you took her in and raised her despite not being related. She's so affected by the news that she doesn't know how to properly feel anymore. The poor groom. He did nothing wrong and yet the wedding gets cancelled. Feel sorry for us, not him. Kiana's fiancé is connected to Brady as well. He's the son of somebody very, very important at Brady's job, and they are really upset about the cancellation without any warning whatsoever. Understandable, but it seems like you guys have a lot going on right now. They want us to pay them back for all the money they lost on paying for the wedding. Okay, so just pay them back? Don't you get the money refunded after you cancel? Only 20% of it? Whoa. We are too close to the set date of the wedding that they said a full refund is impossible. According to the contract signed, the wedding venue takes 80% of the money for the cancellation fees. We only got $16,000 out of the $80,000. We have to pay back the rest of the money. Wow, that's a lot of money to return. So please, I'm begging you, help us out here. Even just a little bit of money helps. Why would I have to help you guys out? I'm just a bystander. Ask Amanda for help instead. Amanda ran off again. She told me that she doesn't want anything to do with the child she left behind. After that, she blocked me on everything and ran off. My best friend, who I've known for years, abandoned me. Oh wow, you lost your best friend as well. I feel sorry for you. If you're feeling sorry, then lend us money. This is probably gonna affect Brady's job as well. My brain is still trying to catch up here. Yet we're still trying to keep everything steady, so the least you could do is help us out. No thanks. Sure, I feel sorry for your situation, but at the end of the day, you are still a homewrecker in my eyes. You took somebody else's husband and kid, you vile woman. Why would I help someone like that? What? Come on! I'm neither Brady's wife nor am I Kiana's mother anymore. Just a stranger with no relation to you guys. So don't try to drag me into this mess. Hang on, sis. Don't be so cold. All of us will apologize to you, so please. Sure you guys will. Pass this message on to Kiana for me. Uh-huh? To Kiana? Tell that shut-in daughter of yours that it may be tough, but you're not alone. You have your super big family to help you out. That's it. Good luck to you guys. Kiana's wedding ended up not happening after all, and the couple's relationship ended right there as well. Ashley and Brady had to pay over $100,000 back to the groom's family and ended up losing their savings and car. Whatever else they couldn't pay was eventually paid for after loaning money from some places. As for the family situation, Ashley got scared of the potential fact that Brady might cheat on her as well, and now lives in constant fear. Kiana became a total shut-in after completely quitting her job. Brady isn't getting any attention from them both, and practically is treated as if she doesn't exist.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Celine, are you there? I have some huge news that I just have to tell you right now. Xavier and I got married! Can you believe it?
Wait, what? Cassidy, what are you talking about? What do you mean that you and Xavier are married now?
I knew that it would shock you. But now this means that I can finally have my dream life of being a housewife. I won't ever have to have a job or work, and I'll just get to hang out at home all day. It'll be so amazing.
But you can't really be serious about this, right? Cass, please tell me that this is some kind of prank that you're pulling on me?
What do you mean? You do remember just who I'm talking about, don't you? I'm talking about the same Xavier that you were married to, but then I stole him away from you and you've been all alone ever since, remember?
But I mean, I haven't heard from you at all since you did that to me. It's been 3 whole years since we last talked. And I had no idea that you and Xavier were still together at all, but I guess you two are married now? I really just didn't see this coming today at all, if I'm being honest.
Well, I just wanted to say that I really am sorry for what I did back then. But I remember when I did, you kept trying to bug us with all your fake threats about suing us for seeing each other while you and him were still married. Do you remember how mad you were? I mean, you were blowing up my phone so much that I finally went and got myself a new number. But now that 3 years have passed, so have the statute of limitations for you being able to sue us. So I figured it was safe to finally reach out to you again.
So basically, you were just hiding from me so that you wouldn't have to be punished for what you did? That's why you didn't talk to me for 3 whole years? All because it was still part of your plan to get away with stealing my husband from me?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. When you put it like that, it makes me sound really bad. I mean, I think it's kind of clever on my part, to be honest. I planned it out, looked up the laws, and I was able to steal your husband right from under your nose and get away with it, too. I don't have to pay you a dime either. I basically pulled off the perfect heist.
And in the meantime, you ruined countless relationships, not just my marriage, but even our own relationship, Cass. But if you're reaching out to me to tell me this, I wonder if you've also told Jeremy, who you were dating, before you got with Xavier?
Jeremy? Oh, whoa, I totally forgot about him. Man, you have a really, really good memory, sis. Do you know that? I mean, he had completely fallen off the map for me, if I'm being perfectly honest.
You're kidding me. You and him were together for so long before you did what you did to us both.
Yeah, sure, but that's all in the past now, and I don't really have to dwell on all the men I've ever seen in my life. Especially a loser like him. Just why do you think I traded up to get your husband from you instead? I mean, I didn't even save his number when I got my new phone, so I certainly haven't told him about Javi and I's marriage.
How could you say that about such a nice man? I thought he was really lovely. If anyone is the loser, it's you for ditching such a nice man to steal your own sister's husband. I still don't get how you could do that to me and Jeremy. You really are just horrible. Do you know that? Why did you even bother reaching out to me after all this time?
Now it all comes out. I knew that you were still sore about this. Oh man, it really is funny watching you get so upset over a text. You're just mad because you are outsmarted by your little sister and abandoned by your husband. Admit it.
What is even the point of this conversation? What do you want? Did you just want to reach out to me to make me upset and insult me?
Of course not. I just wanted to let you know that Javi and I are still together. The real thing that I wanted to bring to you about is that he's working for a huge company right now and I don't have to do a thing. Just think about it. If you were still married to Javi, then you could be living my life. But you aren't. I remember when I was with Jeremy, he had just transferred out of his old job to some new one at a really lame place. They weren't even going to pay him that much, but he wanted it for the vacation time that he would get. I knew then that I could never be with a man who didn't have the same ambitions as me.
But you know that Jeremy's old job was really hard on him. I mean, you were always complaining about how late he worked. There were even times when he collapsed on the job because of how exhausted he was. Of course he would want something with more time off. And just what ambitions are you talking about? You literally just want to marry rich so you don't have to do any work.
You have no idea what it was like being with Jeremy. Besides, if I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't make a lot of money, then there's just no point in being with him at all. And just what is wrong with my ambitions? Everyone knows that a woman's place is in the house anyways. I just so happened to want to make sure that my house was a really nice one and that I would never have to worry about money again.
You really are just delusional. Do you know that?
Don't be mad at me just because I saw what I wanted and took it. I know the real reason you're upset is because you knew that Javi had this potential in him and I stole him from you. Ever since then, you've had to go out and look for another rich man. I was lucky since you went out and did all the hard work of finding him for me. And now I have a husband with a bright, bright future ahead of him and I won't ever have to worry about a thing in my life again.
Is that really all you think a marriage is about? How much money your husband makes? I mean, is that the only reason that you and Xavier have been together this long?
I am not even going to begin to try and describe to you the level of strategy and planning that I'm operating on. My mind is like an enigma that you couldn't even begin to unravel. But it certainly does help that I'm the cute younger sister. You might have been okay as a housewife, but I certainly look better doing it.
You know, when I was with Xavier, anytime I asked him to help around the house or said anything that he saw as a complaint, he would always yell at me. He would get upset and told me that I was lucky to have him and that I should just shut up and go along with what he wanted.
Well, he never ever treats me like that. Probably because he sees me as his beautiful bride and not like the maid that you were to him. He even gives me plenty of spending money whenever I ask for it.
Oh, well, good for you then, Cass.
Oh, come on, don't be upset just because my life is so much better than yours. I know that your life really sucks right now, but I'm sure that it'll get better one day when you find the right person. But until then, just know that I'm loving my life with your ex-husband.
You really think that my life sucks right now? What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, please. You don't have to pretend like it isn't true for my sake. I mean, you had it all. You were living the housewife's dream, and then I took it from you. Then you had no home, no job, no nothing. I completely ruined your whole life. And it's only been 3 years. I'm sure that your life is still in complete shambles ever since I did what I did to you.
Well, you really shouldn't be making those kinds of assumptions because I'm actually in the best place that I've ever been. So I'm glad that you took Xavier from me because now I'm able to live how I want and I'm really enjoying life. Anyways, if you could not waste my time with stupid texts like this, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Celine, what is the matter with you? Why aren't you responding to me at all? I sent you a bunch of pictures from my wedding and you haven't said a single word to me.
Well, yeah, I asked you to stop talking to me, remember? So why would I respond to you if I had already told you that I didn't want to talk to you?
But you don't get it. I don't have anyone else that I can brag about this to. Everyone still remembers that I stole Javi from you, so nobody wanted to help us celebrate our wedding. Even when I tried showing photos to my friends, the messages were just left on not delivered, so I think a bunch of people have blocked me. Even our parents haven't said anything to me. You're the only person that I can talk to about this at all.
Right. Well, if everyone else has blocked you, maybe I should just go ahead and do the same thing then.
Wait, no, you can't do that. I mean, if I don't have you to talk to, then who am I supposed to brag about my amazing life to? Please, you can't do this. Even though it was small, it really was an amazing wedding. You have to be there so that I can send you messages about how great my life is. Don't you want to hear about just how amazing my wedding was?
What are you even talking about, Cassidy?
I'm talking about how now that Javi and I are married, we're going to move in together and he's already gotten this really huge, amazing condo, and I want to brag to people about it and they're blocking me.
And just why on earth do you think that I would want to subject myself to any of that coming from you? I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised about your wedding. I really didn't know that many people had blocked you over this.
Well, they all just make assumptions about my marriage, all because it's your ex-husband. That's why I told Javi that he had to make sure that our wedding was even better than the one that you two had. I thought that if it was this huge, even that a bunch of people would show up, but nobody did. But a bunch of Javi's family and friends showed up, so that was nice of them at least.
Wow, that would honestly really depress the hell out of me if I didn't have my loved ones at my wedding.
Well, I wasn't sad in the slightest. I mean, it just meant that there was more room and food for everyone else to enjoy themselves. Who cares if none of my family or friends were there?
Do you really feel that way? You don't have to pretend for me. I really don't care either way.
Of course I feel that way. It was a great wedding, and now I finally get to live my dream life of being a housewife. I don't have to work, and I can do fun stuff around the house all day, like sitting and pacing. Sometimes I even get to go out and do some shopping so that I can cook dinner. It really is the dream. Yeah, this is what I always wanted. It's a much more fulfilling life than you have, I bet.
Yeah, it sounds like you're only doing things that I've only dreamed of.
That's right. I'm sure that you're basically on the edge of being homeless every day. You wish that you had the luxuries that I do. But I suppose most people would probably kill to be in my shoes right now. I mean, you really must be living in some kind of pathetic little shack or something. Maybe you have a bunch of roommates and you all have to take turns using that one toilet. But I guess that's just how poor people with no money have to live their lives. Thank goodness that isn't me. I could never.
Can you please stop making so many baseless assumptions about my life? You seriously have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sorry. You probably don't even have a real place. You probably just work at some factory and go sleep in the factory housing or something. Maybe you have to put in quarters in the showers because you don't even have your own bathroom at all. Oh man, that's so funny to think about. Imagine how horrible that must be. Oh man, that's so funny. I think I could cry.
What in the world makes you think any of what you're saying about me is true?
Well, it has to be. I mean, you're still not married, so there's no way your life is anything but that. You're just a sad, pathetic loser, and that's all you will ever be until you get married again. And until that day comes, you'll just be living in your sad little shack with all your sad little roommates from your sad little factory job. You're like some kind of adult Oliver Twist, but you're still in your 30s, and you're still not married. Oh man, I am seriously laughing so much that my stomach is hurting.
Seriously? What is the matter with you? Are you really laughing so hard at your own messed up delusions?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that one day someone is going to want to marry a divorced old hag like you. As if, right? One of these days you'll have to tell me all about your sad, pathetic little life.
Well, for starters, my sad, pathetic house costs $1 million, so...
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the condo where I live downtown. I'm sure that it might not compare to the kinds of McMansions that you see out in the suburbs, but I'm very, very happy with it. The location and size and everything is just about perfect for me. Not to mention it's right by the coast, so I get to wake up to sea breeze and an ocean view every morning.
But wait, your house costs $1 million? That doesn't make any sense at all. How can someone like you afford to live there? There's no way that some sad little assembly line job can get you a place like that. How can you afford to live right on the coast? That isn't fair.
I already told you that you had no idea what you were talking about in the slightest. But 3 years ago, when Xavier left me for you, I decided to go and start my own business. It took a lot of work and effort, but now I'm valued at millions of dollars.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. How can that be? I had no idea that you went and started your own business. This can't be right. You're lying to me. I just know it.
Do you really think that I would lie to you about something like this?
Of course you are. There's no way that any of that is true at all. I refuse to believe that you've done so well for yourself. I mean, I stole your husband and he was supposed to be your ticket to the good life. There's no way that you made it so far all by yourself. You're not supposed to do that.
Why not? Because I was a housewife when I was married to Xavier? Well, while I was in the house all day, I was working hard to perfect my craft as a graphic designer. I posted my work on a bunch of places and managed to save up a fair bit for myself by the time that you and Xavier ran off together.
And now you've gone and made all that money just being a graphic designer?
Well, you remember how I was always into artsy things when I was little, right? Well, I had so much time around the house that I wanted to get back into art, and I really worked at my skill. Xavier would always get mad at me for doing it since he thought I could never make any real money from it, but I guess it shows what he knows.
So then what? You're some kind of professional, full-time artiste or something? And you make hundreds of thousands of dollars?
No, nothing like that. I did try and self-publish a couple of things at first, but it never really went anywhere. Although my work was good enough to catch the eyes of some people who invested into my company when I started it. And now it's a huge success.
So then you're really the head of your own illustration company?
I am, although I can't really say that I have all that many employees or anything. But we all work together on really big projects that bring in a lot for us. In fact, your ex-boyfriend Jeremy even works for me. I don't think we would have gotten as far as we did in our job without him, to be honest.
Wait a second, what? Are you kidding me? Does Jeremy really work for you?
That's right. I felt so bad for the way you treated him, but remember that he was also a really good artist. So when I started my company, I reached out to him and asked if he'd like to come and work for me. He said he'd love to since he was having such a hard time finding work after you left him. And ever since I hired him, he's been basically my best employee ever since.
But I had no idea that someone like Jeremy was any good at anything.
Well, he really is. I think he's actually making something like $100,000 a year or so now.
He's really making that much money. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, he's always punctual and quick to turn in his work. All of our clients are fighting over him. He's a solid pillar of my company as by himself, so I make sure that he's well paid. And thanks to him, we've been attracting even more larger clients who are all hoping to have the Jeremy touch to their project. I think we even recently took a contract from the company that Xavier works for.
Oh, wait a second. Are you serious? You're really working with Javi's company right now? But they're huge. They could work with anyone they wanted to.
That's right. But I guess the CEO really liked our work, and so he signed us on for a huge ad campaign.
I don't believe it. I really just don't know what to say at all. You started your own company and now you're doing so well. Not only that, but you hired my ex-boyfriend who was making $100,000 a year. That's even more than he was making at his old job.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Darn, now that I think about it, I really should have gone to your wedding after all. You said that a bunch of Xavier's coworkers were there, right? Was the CEO?
Yes, he was actually. Javi is a really good employee and he wanted to make a good impression, so he invited the CEO of his company.
Well, shoot, I should have gone to formally meet him. We've been chatting over email for some time now. But I guess then I would have been the only person on your side of the wedding who would have shown up, right? That would probably be pretty awkward.
Sis, I can't be with Javi anymore. You can have him back.
What are you talking about? Why would I ever take Xavier back? Why would you even think that I want him back?
Fine, whatever. Don't take him back. I don't care. I just need to get with Jeremy. He makes way more money than Javi does.
Well, I really don't think that Jeremy wants anything to do with you at all.
What are you talking about? You don't think he'll take me back? He's still totally obsessed with me, isn't he?
I really don't think so. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's already engaged to be married, in fact.
Hold on, what? You have to be kidding me. I already told Javi that I wanted a divorce. We already signed the paperwork for it.
Wait, what? You've already split up with Xavier? Are you crazy or something?
It's true. I really thought that Jeremy would still be all lonely and depressed without me. When you told me that he was such a successful artist, I thought it was because he was so depressed. I mean, that's why artists are good, right? I figured he must have still been upset over losing me, and that's why his art was so good, so I was sure he would take me back.
Oh, well, that's stupid of you. I'm pretty sure he's doing so well because I gave him a second chance at life and he's engaged. His art is coming from a good place, if you ask me.
But what am I supposed to do? I already packed up my bags and I'm living in a hotel now. I was going to reach out to Jeremy and tell him that I'm ready for him to take me back whenever. I don't have enough money to stay here forever.
Dang, well, those all sound like you problems. In fact, I never want you to come to me with any of your problems or bragging again. I'm going to do what I should have done a long time ago and block you.
No, wait, you can't do this to me. Please don't leave me. You're all I have left.
I heard through the grapevine that after Cassidy left him, Xavier's performance plummeted and soon he was sent to work in the boiler room of his company, far away from any chance at promotion. As for Cassidy, she had to quickly sell a bunch of her stuff and move into a new place. I hear that she's sharing a one-bedroom apartment with 5 other people, and they all have to share a single toilet. As for Jeremy, he continues to be my star artist and even invited me to his wedding, which I wait to attend. As for myself, business is going along as usual. I do always feel bad that Cassidy and I could never patch things up, but I just couldn't stand her interfering in my life anymore.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.